everyone, it's Lola. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Lola's Haven. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm just going to not all the way come off the top of the dome, but I did want part of my channel to be a weekly diary. So in an attempt to get in the habit of just posting more regularly and also being a little bit more vulnerable on the internet, I'm coming today with a weekly vlog, and we'll see how this series goes. And I'm trying to not worry too much about what to post, but just kind of get in the habit of posting more. So that's part of the reason why I'm just probably not going to edit this video too much. I'm just going to, unless I'm just really messing up really bad, but I'm just gonna talk and then see how it goes and see if I just upload directly to YouTube. That way, you know, the perfectionism part of me is just, we just gotta release her, because, you know, I think that's such a big blocker for this journey, and we just gotta get out of the habit of trying to make everything perfect and everything look good before I post to the internet. So with that being said, yeah, welcome back to my channel. Today's topic is probably gonna be a little bit on consistency and my word of the month, exploration. And it just feels fitting. This is the beginning of August, the first Sunday. By the time I post this, it's probably gonna be tomorrow, Monday, but we'll see. But today's Sunday, August 4th, and you know, I kind of had a weekly planning session, as well as just thinking about what I want to achieve this month. So yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about that, and yeah, let's dive in. So if I look down, it's just because I do have some bullets, so that way I don't lose my train of thought, because I do tend to pretty easily. So let's, just to recap the past month, I think this past month was really good in terms of me finding inspiration. I'm trying to curate a lot of my social media and the things I read and emails that I get sent to be things that inspire me. So part of it is trying to go through a digital declutter and just only follow things that I'm excited to see, excited to tune into, excited to read. So this past month I've spent a lot of time like just going through my phone and photos and trying to move things off and archive them on my hard drive, and just make sure that even the things in my phone book, not my phone book, the things in my photo album are just things that reflect like highlights and moments from my life, and not just trying to keep everything because I'm a hoarder. So that's been one thing that I've been working on in July. Another thing, I've been doing a lot of mind mapping and introspection, especially as I try to figure out what my next steps in life are. So I'm just rethinking about what I want to offer to this world and how I can, you know, use my current job now to like inspire, find some impact, but, you know, thinking about what else could be, you know, out there. So not going to dive too much into the career things just yet, but just know that I am rethinking how I want to show up in this world. So that's the main takeaway of that. And what else did I do? And I think I've been posting a little bit more on Instagram particularly, and I think it's starting to help. Like, I'm trying not to be so critical about how I show up online. If I just want to post something because it makes me happy, I just do it. So I say a lot. Let me stop. So there we go. So I think it's just helping release some of the fear about what others think. So yeah, just posting more on the gram and just being less critical of myself and how I show up. And also, another note, and also just being a little bit more vocal about, you know, what my dreams are and like what my interests and passions are. And I think that's helping me get in the habit of just saying it out loud and like, you know, telling people, you know, this is what I want to do next. I don't know what it looks like exactly or how I'm going to get there, but I just know I want to find impact in this world. And it could be, you know, staying in line with data viz, or who knows, it could be with this YouTube channel. But I think the way I want to show up in the world is something that aligns with my core values, and impact being one of them. So let's start planning for August. goal number one being I want to consistently post more on YouTube. So kind of what I was saying earlier, just kind of posting weekly, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to have a topic figured out or anything like that. I just want to be able to, let this channel be what I wanted it to be anyway, a vlog or a visual diary. So consider this my first journal entry of me thinking about what my goals for August are and holding myself accountable to those goals. So yes, posting more frequently, just removing the idea of this perfectionism thing and just letting me be raw and unfiltered, and you actually seeing my true personality and the anxiousness that comes with posting online. So I don't want to hide or diminish all the things that I'm feeling. I want it to show up. I want to show up as authentically as I can be. And then also just being able to use, this platform to explore different interests and passions. Who knows, things might come up that I never thought of, but, as I did my mind mapping exercise over the last week or two, I definitely found some interesting overlaps that could show up here. So, stay tuned. Let's see what weird things I come up with. Next goal is I do want to work on a data viz project, like a passion project, something outside of work. Just a little bit about me. I work as a data viz engineer, and I work at a consulting firm, so of course I just get staffed on random projects here and there. The longest project I've been on to date is the project I'm on right now, which is with a telecommunications company. And I would say this has probably been the longest project I've been on, so I've been able to see more of the end-to-end process of kind of going from the requirements gathering all the way to developing this dashboard and publishing it to an app for our end users to be able to use out on the field. So so just seeing it come from the start to finish has been an interesting process, and I would say maybe that's the most impact I've felt in this role in the last 3 years I've been here. So, but I think just to, and the idea of exploration, wanting to do a data viz passion project that aligns with, something that I find more meaningful, that gives back to some type of vulnerable population. So, I think I also want to learn Tableau. I'm a heavy Power BI user, so Tableau is a tool that I don't use very frequently, and I would love to build my skill set in that. So that would be an opportunity to learn Tableau, do something that's more meaningful to me, and see what comes out of it. So that's my second goal. The third goal, another goal. I want to create a vision board of my journal entries or key moments in my journaling. I do have a good habit of going back and rereading old journal entries, but there's lots of things that always stick out to me that kind of just get lost. So I do want to find a way to just keep track of those little aha moments. So I was in a Joe Club, which is the journaling club I'm part of, and someone suggested just having a vision board of all those little journal entries or quotes or things that you want to remember from that are particular things that stick out. And she just created a vision board, like just a whole bunch of quotes taped to a Post-it board. And I think I want to do something similar just because I find a lot of insight into things I've talked about before. Sometimes I'm reading it and I'm like, I wrote this journal entry? I said that? So it's just weird. Sometimes I'm like, okay, that is something worth noting. Like, that is an interest I had, or that is something like me, like one of the things I read about the other day, I was like, oh, I really value solo time and working, being able to have like an extended period of focus time uninterrupted, not talking to anyone, but just being able to focus on task. And I do love to collaborate here and there, but I think one thing that's really big for me is just to have that uninterrupted solo time, because that is really when my creative juices, start flowing, and I'm able to think and dream and, scribble on a page, and things just start to make sense. So as much as, we're in an economy where they prioritize collaboration all the time, it's really important for me to remember that I need those solo moments to just be and think and just let ideas flow. And that can't happen when I'm in a room chatting with other people and pulling out post-it notes. Like, I need that independence. I need that alone time. So yes, backtracking. So that's goal number 3, is creating a vision board of like just special moments or entries or things that stick out to me. Number 4, digital decluttering. I want to continue that. So I started in July. Now we're in August. I still got a long way to go. I have like over 20,000 photos and videos remaining in my photo album on iCloud, and it needs to be sorted. It needs to be sifted through. If I could get it down to 200, wishful thinking, that would be great. But I think just getting to a place where I'm not constantly hitting my iCloud limit would be great. So that's goal number 4. Number 5, I have, created a business. I want to like start looking into like creating a business bank account, all the other things that come with, being a small business owner and starting that journey. So doing a lot of research in that. Hopefully by the end of the month I can have one solidified. And then last but not least, I was like, okay, all these are good goals. They're more productivity related, but I do want to have a goal that's fun. So Black Pride in Atlanta is around the corner, and it's going to be Labor Day weekend. It's about 4 weeks away. And, I don't have a large queer friendship circle. So, that's been giving me a lot of anxiousness because I'm like, oh, I need to go solo? But I think it's worth for me to explore what it'll be like to be in queer spaces and not have the crutch of a friend. So that's my fun goal. I want to go to Black Pride. I want to, feel all the vibes, have fun. If I meet some people that I vibe with, make sure I make those connections, exchange numbers, and, then I'll probably start to build a friendship circle from there. But I think I just need to go and experience it. So yeah, those are all my, 6 goals for August. So you heard it here. I will check in at the end of the month and let you know how it went. If I checked all of these off, I think these should be pretty doable. The whole digital decluttering, that might be a multi-month project. So, if I don't check that off, don't be upset. But yeah, so we'll come back and revisit those. I'll list those on the screen too. So maybe I'll do a little bit of editing because I know, we're talking through a lot of things, so things might get lost. So, but just to end things off, like things that I want to do to ground myself in the month of August, as I've been going to therapy, and like we've been thinking of different ways that I can activate my 5 senses and use those as ways to be a grounding mechanism. So right now we're focusing on the sense of smell and what are ways that I can calm my anxiety and just be more relaxed and reground myself when I'm feeling overwhelmed. So I've been trying to learn more about essential oils. What are things, and I have a lot of essential oils. I just haven't used them to evoke particular moods. So what are ones I can use to help me sleep at night? What are the ones I can use to re-energize me during the day? And just play around with what scents can evoke a particular mood that I'm trying to achieve in the moment. So right now I have like a shower diffuser. So the scent, I'm just using the scent that came with it, and it's really soothing. I actually look even more forward to my showers now, and it's a nice 10 minutes to like be in steam and also just smell that aroma filling up the shower. So I look forward to that every day. So I'm trying to incorporate more things with smell, even things that are not smell based, but just like being outside in fresh air, like cleansing, my nose palette and things like that. Going outside is a form of a smell. You're smelling the outside air and the good smells and the bad smells that come with it. So, and then the other, I guess, value I want to focus on is like time and rethinking my time as currency. Because I do get overwhelmed really easily, and my social calendar has been quite heightened for the last few weeks, and with many more weeks to come, how can I find ways to pay myself back during the week so that I can save some of my energy for the weekend, and knowing when my social calendar is more full, still have energy to spend with my friends and have a good time without feeling too tired or overwhelmed or feeling myself retreat. So definitely will do a little bit of thinking around how I can monetize my time in a way, and have a bank account of stored time so that I can splurge on friends when the time comes, but also, help myself relax and be in a grounding space. But yeah, that is our plan for August. I want to thank you again for tuning in and, embarking on this journey, as nerve-wracking as it may be. And, my palms are sweaty. I'm probably stuttering over a few words here and there, and I'm saying a lot. But, in a good sense, I can rewatch these videos and see how my speech has developed over time and my comfort level has developed. So I'm paying attention to those things as well. But thanks for coming. Stay tuned, and hopefully I'll see you in another week. We're trying to exercise this muscle, so I'm trying not to be too critical of myself and just post regularly. So I'll see you soon. Bye.